Stop taking information from barber and beauty salons and implementing them. So I would be lying if I didn't say that I haven't gotten any useful information from the beauty salon. You know, it's almost therapeutic, right? And so I've gone and gained tips. I've also bought like widgets and different things because I was told that you had to have it. I've tried new restaurants out just from going to the beauty salon. But there comes a time and place where you have to kind of really cipher through the information that you're receiving to see if it's something that you should really be implementing. So I have a story for you guys of a young lady that I was working with. I issued a pre-approval to purchase a home. And so we were using a down payment assistance program that is run through the state of Ohio called the OFA program. So OFA requires that you have at least a 650 credit score. In some cases, they'll take a 640, but for the purpose of this story here, we'll go with the 650. So the 650 credit score is required, so I issued a pre-approval for this young lady with the understanding that she was going to get this down payment assistance up to 5% from the state of Ohio. So she goes to the beauty salon, and someone at the salon made this recommendation to her. Obviously, people are talking, sharing stories, so she must have shared that she was in the process of purchasing a home. And so I love the fact in the real estate industry, when someone has received good service, people do say you have to go with my person, whether it's for loans, whether it's their realtor or anything like that. They will highly recommend that individual. Like, no, you should use my person. They did a great job. And so I'm sure that's kind of what happened here. This young lady that I was working with, she had her pre-approval. She was actually out house shopping. She went to the hair salon, and it was actually, I believe, her stylist that told her she should try her person. And so she did. She reached out. She got the contact information. She reached out to that individual. Well, lo and behold, small world, right? It happened to be another loan officer that happens to work within my office that I work with, right? So as loan officers, especially in office and even outside of the office, we don't know who that individual is working with until maybe their loan closes. If it's internally, when it gets a little bit further along in the process, we'll end up seeing the files. But from a credit pool, we won't necessarily see that someone else in our office is already working with that individual. So my office mate pulled her credit, because that's what we do. We talk to them through it. You want to buy a home, we're going to pull your credit. So they pull her credit. And so it wasn't until after the credit pull that it was recognized that it was a duplicate name in our system. So what happened, though, is she had some situations where she needed to use her credit card. So her credit card balances had gone up from when I had done the initial credit pull to when my office mate had done the credit pull. So she had some higher balances and some other things that hit her credit report that now dropped her score to the point where, again, she was eligible for the down payment assistance, but because of these credit changes, she was no longer eligible for the down payment assistance program. So she didn't have a problem with me. And so what happened from that aspect was when she realized it was someone within the same office, she said she wanted to work with me. But we created a situation here. Again, I had her approved to receive down payment assistance, but now because we had an updated credit report with a lower score for her, now I have to use that updated credit report, which now made her ineligible for that down payment assistance program that was out there for her. And so all because she listened to the stylist at the salon, or the folks at the salon that told her that she needed to talk to someone else. So I would say that there's a few things that you want to do when you're going along in this home buying process. So number one, you want to do your research up front. Talk to people. ask, when she was thinking about buying a home, has she talked in the salon, then got that recommendation, going to social media, and then interviewing these individuals before hiring them on. I've been in this industry for over 20 years. And so when you have or are connected to a trusted individual, stick with them. People don't last 20 years in an industry where you're an entrepreneur, self-employed, paid on commission, if they're not doing good business, if they're not providing good service, if they don't care about the people, right? For the most part. I'm sure that there are some still bad folks out there, but for the most part, you don't last that long in the business. People will see all the way through that. And so do your research and then hire that individual, and then stick to your plan until you see something that you don't like or you have a problem. Number 2, talk things through before pulling your credit. And so the fact that she didn't even recognize that it was the same company was a problem, and that might mean you're moving a little too fast. She had the information. She received multiple emails. She had a pre-approval from my office, so she should have recognized that when that contact came over and it was the same company, that, hold on, pump the brakes. I'm already working with Andrea over there. So before having your credit pull, make sure that you understand what's going on, who you're working with. Is it a hard pull? Is it a soft pull? Number 3, figure out what you're trying to accomplish, right? Just because someone said that they had good service in this other place, if you are okay with everything that you were hearing with the current providers you're working with, then what are you seeking? You don't even know what to ask for, what you're looking for. In the example that I'm giving here, she was getting down payment assistance, right? That's run through the state of Ohio. Well, the interest rate that's provided is set from the state of Ohio. If she wanted a lower interest rate in this example, then we would have had to remove the down payment assistance, and now we can go to the open market. But you decided that you wanted down payment assistance to help offset, your cash reserves that you have. So you have to go with the rate. As the bank, we don't even set the rate for that. We go off of what the state of Ohio is offering for that. So what were you trying to accomplish, right? When you called that individual, were you looking for a lower rate? So be willing to talk to your professional before you do that. Like, hey, someone said I should be looking at a lower rate. Why is my rate this? If it's a rate issue, if it's a fee issue, let's talk about the fees. Let's talk these things through, or go back to your professional to try to figure out even if you're connected to another individual, what exactly are you looking for in this new individual that's going to help offset that? Because are you trading personalities of people that you're working with? And so that's something that you have to think about as well. So the process of purchasing a home can be very overwhelming if you're a first-time home buyer. Lots of information going at you. And so I would say this: you have to read. You have to open the emails. You have to ask the questions. You have to open the emails up. A lot of times when you're working with a loan officer or real estate professional, realtor, whoever it is, information is told to you over the phone and it's followed up to you through emails, but you have to take the time to read through this information to make sure that you understand it. And when you don't understand it, or you feel that you're missing information, going back to that professional that you're working with and having an open line of communication between the individuals. Now, if you're having a hard time getting on the phone with your professional, whether it be your realtor, your loan officer, that can be a problem. But you should also communicate that with your loan officer to say, hey, I don't like the way that you're communicating with me, or I would like for you to communicate with me more. I prefer a text, email, phone call. Let them know how is your best method for communication. So And as always, if you are in the Ohio market and you're looking for a loan approval or you need a realtor, my name is Andrea Wilson. I am located in the Cleveland, Ohio market. I service all of Ohio. I am duly licensed as a mortgage loan officer as well as a real estate broker. And I love helping people, been in the industry for over 20 years, and I would love to help you. My license number, I don't even know that by heart here. My license number is NMLS 747835. If you're in Ohio looking for a professional, give me a call or shoot me a DM today. Have a good day, guys.